Scream 6 was directed by Tyler Gillett and Matt Oakland. It stars Gina Ortega, Melissa Barrett as Tara, and Sam Carpenter. It also stars Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy as Chad and Mindy, collectively known as the Core 4 in the movie, if you saw it. This is the sixth installment, like I said, from the Scream movie, and it's actually a follow-up to the last movie that we saw, which was Scream 5. This will contain spoilers, just to let you know before you go any further with this, so this is my warning. Spoilers are ahead. Now listen, this is our group of survivors from the last movie who have decided to go to New York to pursue college. And then they have the older sister who is pretty much there to protect their younger sister because they formed a bond. And we learn later on that their mom actually cut them off, so they don't have no choice but to kind of be near each other. I didn't know what to expect going into this. Me watching the trailer, I got interested for the simple fact they were out of Woodsboro, and it was a different change of scenery. So I'm like, okay, this could be interesting. You know, the fact that it's a killer on the train, I was sold. I'm like, yo, I want to see this. NYC, the Big Apple, there's all kinds of shit that could go on. And it seemed like it was unorthodox, which is what they were going for. But I don't know if unorthodox lands the punch that they probably were looking for. I will say, prior to watching this, you should probably get reacclimated to all the previous Scream films because they do bring up a bunch of nostalgia in this movie. And listen, if you want the Core 4 shirt, you can go to my website. It's called prayforbuffalo.com. Go there. I got them. Only like $10. You can support. And yeah, that's enough for that. Yeah, so it's a who's who of people. They actually in the beginning of the movie lead you on to the killer. Somebody gets killed, and then right at that person gets killed, they reveal themselves. So you gotta like, who is this guy? And it's actually the guy that plays Flash in the Spider-Man movies. I forget the kid's name, but you're like, okay. But then he goes home and he gets killed with his roommate. I guess they were trying to take on the legacy and the mantle as some knockoffs, but then they actually wind up getting killed themselves. And it was weird because the kid walked right past Tara while she was going to a party, and he was just all normal. And and I was watching the movie with my girl. She was like, "Wow, he's just all normal after he just killed." I said, "Yeah, that's how most sociopaths are. You know, that's why you can't tell. They're unsuspected." Yeah, so like I said, watch the previous movies or get reacclimated. Maybe you're already fresh in your memory. I got confused at sometimes, and in the middle of the movie, I was Googling who characters were because some of them Screams are just not as memorable as the other ones. So, for instance, we get a character in here who's an FBI agent by the name of Kirby, who was in Scream 4, but it just wasn't memorable. So I couldn't make the connection. I had to go actually Google in the theater who she was and where she came from. And okay, we also get Gail in here as well. We can't have a Scream movie without Gail, but mysteriously there's no Sydney in here. So I think that's a good thing though, because you can't keep relying on the old characters to tell a new story. And the new story is about Tara and Sarah. Or Sam, and what they're implementing is that Sam is the one who did the killings all along, and it makes sense how people can be guilty by their character before they even actually guilty of something in real life, and that's what the plan was set forth to do, was to tear down her character, and everybody thinks that she's actually the real killer, and she framed her boyfriend from the last movie, which we know wasn't true. But, she's getting drinks thrown on her and all kinds of stuff. But she's actually trying to deal with her trauma because, as we know, she's the daughter of Billy Loomis, who was a psychopathic killer. So she's actually been having these urges to kill and hearing voices from him, unbeknownst to us. And she's seeking therapy. And every time she tells this to a therapist, they say they can't help her because they just don't want to be involved, or they feel like it's their duty to report it. Which is, the case that she's alluding to. She's been to multiple therapists. Tara, on the other hand, is completely she's in just the now. She doesn't want to kind of face this. She's saying she wants to move on with her life. And she's trying to do that by hook up with any guy, random guy she can. And it just, Tyra's just there to kind of protect her and look over her. But she's mad at the fact she doesn't want to face the music about what happened. But once they learn that the killers are the murders are starting to happen again, they do the same thing we see in all Scream movies. They try to narrow down the suspects, eliminate who's who, this, that, and that, third. And Mindy got it wrong again. Listen, I enjoyed this movie for what it was. Was it the best Scream? No, not by far. Was it the worst Scream? No, not by far. But I like the fact they tried to venture off, do something new, something fresh, and give new life to these characters. And they also back some nostalgia in here. The big reveal at the end, who the killers were, I didn't guess it, so I guess it was. I thought it was Sam's boyfriend. I knew he had something to do with it, and I ain't gonna lie, I did suspect that it was Chad's roommate. And listen, Chad did a good job of defending him. Shout out to him. Until ultimately he got shot, he got stabbed the fuck up, but somehow survived. The core four somehow managed to survive. I don't know how, but they did. I guess they're like, hey, we like this group of actors. We're gonna keep them around. But yeah, he got double stabbed by fucking the killers, who we see are actually is the detective's kids and the detective. He set this up because the killer in the last movie was his oldest son, unbeknownst to him. So this was his family exacting revenge on who they felt were responsible for his death, which they were. But it was weird. It was just like they faked the death for the daughter, and at first I'm like, yo, he's the killer. Did he kill his daughter? And then it was revealed to be her. And all along it was the quiet roommate who they thought it was. So it was a lot of stuff going on in here. It's kind of jumbled at times. For the most part, like I said, I enjoyed it for what it was. On a scale of 1 to 5, if I rate everything with mics, I probably would get this. I get this a good 3 out of 5 mics. Thought it was decent. I didn't think it was the best movie. I didn't think it was the worst movie. I thought it was, it was an okay time. Post your comments below. I want to know what you guys think about this. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell. And like I said, if you need a Core 4 shirt, you can go to prayforbuffalo.com. And as always, peace, love, prosperity. One.